All right. Right now, I'm going to start with this old vegetable crate. It does have this writing on the end of it. And I had several of them. I've used 2 of them. I painted up, and I use them when I do craft shows. I set them up and set things in here and on top of them. It gives me a little more space to put things. And I'm planning on using this, well, either here at my home or when I get a shop, which I'm working on, a storefront. I might use it there, but I'm not really sure. But to start with, I know, to me, I want my wood to look older. So I'm going to use this mixture of, well, it's not really a mixture. It's just vinegar. And I put up 0000, I believe, steel grade steel wool in here and let it set. And I know I let it set for over a week, and it started turning. And you just pull the steel wool out, and then you can age your wood with this. So I am going to just start brushing this on and age my wood, and I'm going to have to set it aside and let it dry for a while. This gets stinky because it smells like vinegar. It kind of has an iron smell. But I want my wood to definitely get an old look on it. I don't want this color of wood. So I will coat this whole box. Actually, I don't think I need to do this area right here. I'll go around the edges, because I am going to put something in here. That's my plan anyway. Just take it around the edges. All right, I'm going to not have y'all suffer through sitting here watching me do this. I'll finish it up and set it aside to dry. Now I am back working with my box. It's almost dry. It feels just a little damp here and there. But I did take just a piece of this tape. It's really strong. It's kind of like a duct tape. And I covered up that hole right here. I'm going to take some of this Durham's water putty and mix it up and put in that hole. I don't know how much I'll need. Let's see, that's a teaspoon, heaping teaspoon. That should be quite enough. But I want to make sure I mix up enough of it. I'm going to pour a little water in there to the consistency that I want it. I don't want it runny. Okay, I might need just a little more. Now that's looking good. But I'm going to set this aside. I don't want to dump it. I just want that. I'm going to put some paper over it. I don't want it, tissue paper. I don't want it where it can poke a hole. The seam is not going to matter. Okay, I'm going to put this in here. Definitely needed just a little more. I've got plenty here. Okay. I'm going to use my putty knife. Shit, my first swipe was good. There. I think that'll be fine. sticking up a little bit, I can sand it down. That's what's good about this. You can sand it. And at least it's fixed where something can't poke through it because that tape is strong. If I was going to sell this now, I'd probably cover the back with some of that brown crafter, you know, construction, or that looks like, you know, the brown craft paper. I can't ever think of my words when I'm on here. Okay, now I've got to set this side again and let that dry. And these sides are just a little damp. These feel pretty dry. But I'm going to take this back out and let it dry some more. This is a collab for Rustic Wednesday, but on Saturday. And the hosts are two very talented ladies. And it's Shelly from Repurpose My Way and Dawn from Shabby Meets Bling. And then we have a group of other ladies that's also sharing, and I can't wait to see what everybody's making. So I'll leave all the links listed down below in my description box. And I'm Sandy from Sandy's Country's Crafts. And if you're new here, I'd like to say welcome, and I hope you enjoy what you see, and you come back. Okay, I am ready to put this paper down. This is what I'm going to use. It looks like the corrugated tin that's all rusty. And I did get this from Zazzle, and I used Shelly from Repurpose My Way. I used her link. She keeps that in her videos. But I used her affiliate link and went in and got these. But I've got this in here, and I'm just kind of pushing my fingernail like that. And I'm going to trim this piece down so it'll fit in there. I've got just a little that needs to come off on the right in here also. And I'm going to go ahead and trim this down. And I'm getting it right up in the camera. Okay, I got to be able to see. I think this is really cute paper. I like it. Oh boy, I'm going crooked. Don't go crooked. I did. All right, put that back. I might use that on a little box or something. Let's see. Get this down in there. There it goes. Pull this. Now, let me see how I'm going here. I want to make sure that's all the way up. Yeah, that's all the way up. Looks good. Push that down. Now I'm going to crease this with my fingernail. And I'll cut it out and I'll be right back. All right, I'm ready, I think, to put it down. I've got it cut to size. I've got my Mod Podge. And I'm going to start Mod Podging it on. And I'm really messy when it comes to this. I have to watch myself because I'll string glue from one end to another. Just get it started. It's a pretty big piece for me to lay down. Okay. I make sure it's in the corners and on the edges. And wouldn't you know it, I didn't get any cellophane. got Mod Podge up on the wood. Okay, I am going to have to get me something here. And these are little. Maybe I can cut one off. There. I'll cut the top of it off so I can get my hand down in it. And get wrinkles. Now I'm trying to get this the rest of the way up. That got it up. I'm really concentrating. Making sure I have glue everywhere. Okay, that should be good for that. Oh boy. Oh. Some wrinkles is fine. I just didn't want a lot of wrinkles. But if you get them, you get them. All right, I'm going to continue on and put this down. And then when I get it finished and it's dry, I'll go over the top probably with the Mod Podge as soon as I get this down on there. And when it's all dry and ready to decorate, I'll come back. I'll either have it decorated or I'll do it with you. I don't know which one. I've got the lantern to put in here. I'll go around and get a few more things that I've done and stick in it just to get it decorated. And then I'm thinking I'm going to hang it on my wall. I probably won't do it before the video ends, but it's either going to be on the wall or it's going to the shop with me. I'm not sure. It'd make a cute display to put stuff in, I think. Okay, there is a crease in that paper where it was folded. I'm trying to work that out. All right, guys, I'll be back when I have this all down. All right, I have this little lantern here that my friend Sheila sent me, and I've pulled the glass out of it. And I pulled this out too and kind of covered the wick so I wouldn't, or the, what do they call it? Yeah, it's a wick. Anyways, I'm going to give it a base coat. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do it all, but I do want to give it a base coat. And I could use some spray I had. It's a primer in the color of rust, but it just, I don't know, it just makes it too red to me. Actually makes it all more this color and maybe a little lighter. I'm going to go over this, and I'm going to dip in that red just a little bit, or that, this is a red rust, and it's Anita's acrylic. And I think I got this at Hobby Lobby, and Burnt Umber by Apple Barrel. And I'm just going to kind of start going over this. I'm getting a little too much red. I want it to look old and rusty. I'm just pouncing this on. It'll dry lighter. I've done the bottom, as you can see, but it looks rusty. I mean, it won't dry a whole lot lighter, but it'll look rusty. And ever so often, I'll dab in the red. And put some of that in there. This is going to take me a bit to get this whole thing covered. Every little spot. I'm going to do a little bit of it, and then I'm going to dry it so you can see what it looks like. And then I'll continue on off camera. Let me get my heat gun. I just put a little bit of red in it mixed in with the brown, the burnt umber. You can see it's starting to dry. Okay, it's pretty dry. Some spots are a little wet, but most of it's dry. And you can see it actually looks rusty. Let's see. Well, let's see. I gotta... There we go. It has a rust color to it instead of just the flat black. So I'm going to cover the whole thing. I'm going to cover this. I've pulled the handle off, and I'll cover the wick piece and let it all dry good, and then figure out if I'm going to do anything from there. If not, I kind of like just that color. It looks old. Okay, I'm going to finish on and cover the whole thing. Well, here's how the vegetable crate turned out. I really like it. And the lantern, just by adding some paint, looks really old. And it did put some fairy lights in there. And I do love that tissue paper of the corrugated tin. Then I went around the house and just picked up a few things I had and made this vignette, and it is so cute. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. And make sure you go out and check out Shelly of Repurpose My Way and Dawn of Shabby Meets Spleen and all the other crafters that have joined in this open collab. And until the next one, we'll see you later.